Topic 1. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon announces retirement, signaling leadership transition and strategic planning within the retail giant. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon has announced his retirement effective at the end of January 2026. John Furner, the current CEO of Walmart US, will take over as CEO on February 1st, 2026. McMillon has led Walmart since 2014, driving significant changes such as enhancing the company's digital and e-commerce capabilities and modernizing the supply chain, resulting in a nearly 300% increase in stock price during his tenure. After retiring, McMillon will remain on the board as an advisor until 2027. This leadership transition comes as Walmart prepares for new changes utilizing artificial intelligence, with Furner seen as the right person to lead this shift. Topic 2. Starbucks workers initiate strike in the U.S., reflecting growing labor unrest and calls for boycotts. Over 1,000 Starbucks workers across more than 40 cities in the U.S. have begun a strike coinciding with Red Cup Day, amid stalled negotiations for their first union contract. This annual event is one of the busiest days for the company. Workers are demanding better wages and working hours, and they plan to expand the strike to more stores if Starbucks does not reach an agreement with the union. While Starbucks has stated that most locations will operate normally, the union is urging customers to refrain from patronizing Starbucks during the strike. The union demands an end to unfair labor practices and a fair contract, with the strike potentially continuing indefinitely. Topic 3. U.S. Government shutdown impacts economic data release and prompts analysis of economic consequences. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history, lasting 43 days, has ended, but its impact on the economy is significant. Approximately 1.25 million federal workers went without pay, over 10,000 flights were canceled, and economic data collection was halted. This may lead the Federal Reserve to postpone interest rate cuts scheduled for December. The shutdown is expected to reduce economic growth by about 1.5 percentage points in the fourth quarter of 2025, resulting in an estimated permanent loss of $11 billion in economic activity. Additionally, consumer confidence has dropped to its lowest level in 3 years, and 42 million SNAP food assistance beneficiaries were left without benefits. This economic uncertainty could negatively affect future growth. Topic 4. BBC issues apology to Trump over documentary editing error, highlighting tensions in political reporting. The BBC has apologized to former President Donald Trump for a documentary episode that misedited his speech from January 6, 2021, making it appear as though he incited violence. Trump threatened to sue the BBC for $1 billion for defamation. While the BBC acknowledged the editing mistake and issued an apology, it denied the defamation claims. This incident has sparked significant controversy, leading to the resignation of top BBC leaders, and the organization is preparing for legal battles to maintain independent reporting. The situation underscores tensions in political reporting and raises questions about how the BBC will uphold fairness and credibility. Topic 5. International trade developments include U.S. tariff adjustments and new trade deals with Switzerland and Latin American countries. In trade negotiations between India and the U.S., India may allow imports of U.S. agricultural products, particularly corn, with careful consideration of domestic agricultural sensitivities. Meanwhile, the U.S. has agreed to lower tariffs on Swiss products to 15% as part of a trade agreement, with Swiss companies planning to invest $200 billion in the U.S. by 2028. Additionally, the U.S. is negotiating a new trade framework with Argentina, Ecuador, El Salvador, and Guatemala to promote exports of U.S. products and avoid digital services taxes. These trade agreements are part of President Trump's efforts to rewrite global commercial rules.